Hmm. Another pretty infamous issue in the HD re-releases of Ratchet and Clank, more or less this game in particular, is that the ship flying sound effects are out of sync. And as far as I know, that issue was never fixed. Also, I think the load times are longer than they were on the original PlayStation 2 as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, oh, and Helga, welcome to the Q-Force. You have been assembled here because each of you is an expert in your particular field. From Al's mastery of electronics to Skid's nerves of steel, to Helga's sensual powers of seduction. Each of you has shown that you are worthy to wear the Q. Years ago, I single-handedly defeated Dr. Nefarious, but like a rash on the galaxy's backside, he has flared up again. Our first mission will be to infiltrate the Doctor's top-secret base on planet Aquatos. Impossible, you say? Perhaps for a lesser strategist. Behold, my brilliant plan! First, Ratchet and Clank will descend to the sea floor and wade through a series of tunnels flooded with waist-high raw sewage.
What?
Please hold your questions until the end of the presentation. After infiltrating the base, our agents will split up. Clank will enter the base's ventilation system, where he will locate and deploy this banana-guided autonomous monkey device, or the GAMD. Meanwhile, Ratchet will use his extensive knowledge of the Tyrannoid language and customs to win the trust of the bloodthirsty alien guards. Finally, our agents will make their way to Nefarious's personal office, steal everything that isn't nailed down, and exfiltrate the base completely undetected.
Sounds crazy.
That's crazy!
But it just might work.
Nice. Also, there's another skill point we can get around here, and that...
What is it?
Engage the impulse drive.
Mine!
Anyway, there's another skill point that you can get here, which involves catching a scrunched monkey. More or less, you just throw the wrench at him, and that is counted as a catch.
I don't think so.
Now that's what we call monkeying around. Am I right? Or am I right? You hate the fact that you got a game over. It happens to everybody.
Ratchet, I urgently need to know how the Quark versus Nefarious Vid Comic series ends. When are you going to play your new comic? If anybody finds a Starmaster scientific calculator, please contact Lost and Found.
Okay. No new armor yet. Makes sense. It would be a bit too soon to be able to buy new armor, but it is what it is. Okay, can I actually try this again? And by the way, I think, yeah, save data found, but I don't qualify to receive a discount. That's dumb. Like I said, I'll figure out what the heck's going on with that. Maybe by the next session I'll be able to get the discount that I oh so rightfully deserve. Just saying. Okay. Before we head on off to the next planet and initiate Quark's brilliant plan, we're going to go ahead and play his next Quark Vid Comic, because, believe it or not, this is actually another mission that you kind of have to do in order to progress the game. So, go and get to it. Sounds like Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Funny enough, I haven't watched the original series from like the 1980s. I'm more familiar with the series from like the early 2000s.
Quark, Comic Episode 2, Ariba Amoeba. A new evil was gathering in the shadowy swamps of Blackwater City. a horrific breed of monsters known as amoeboids, born in the laboratories of a twisted scientist named Dr. Nefarious.
To think they called me insane, Lawrence. We'll see who's insane when my pets have exterminated all life on this miserable planet!
Well, that should clear things right up, sir. When Captain Quark encountered the amoeboids for the first time, he immediately executed Emergency Response Plan number 2.
Hey, wait just a minute.
Quark then proceeded to stall for time.
See what he did there?
Defenses from the women's restroom at Galaxy Burger.
Give me that thing, you lying no good. Right. Now,
I love that.
From the moment I touched down, I knew the situation called for a head-on assault. Without hesitation, I rushed to do heroic battle with the monstrous amoeboid horde.
Sounds good. Why don't we get to it? Yeah, no, sit down, son. I ain't gonna let you blast me right now. No way.
Alright, now for the fancy stuff. Press X while I'm in the air near a wall to see my awesome wall kick move.
Funny enough, we just did it. Just gotta remember to push the circle button to fire my frickin' gun! Great, now my eyes are, being all dry and... Ugh, it's bad. Gimme. Oh, and by the way, the weapon for this level is the flamethrower. There is another thing I haven't really mentioned here, and that is each weapon is different for every level or every single vid comic. So keep that in mind. So for level 1, it's like the default regular blaster that is a semi-auto. However, for level 2, it is a flamethrower. Perfect for close quarters combat and things like that, and it has pretty decent range. However, the range is not infinite. So in other words, it can't spread all across the screen. It can go a pretty good distance, about maybe 3 or 4 Captain Quarks worth of width. But unfortunately, it can't go much further than that. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. But really, it's not that big of a deal. Oh, hello. Oh, and by the way, I think in order to get this particular health upgrade, you do need the flamethrower. There's no other way around it. You know, it's kind of funny how the narration was like Quark hid in the bathroom basically the entire time, and yet when you actually go into the interactive portion of the Quark Vid Comic, you actually are a heroic hero. You know what I mean? That's actually pretty neat, don't you think? Ooh, 68. 68 of these. Not bad, not bad. Good job. Thankfully, if you do end up dying, these comics do have a checkpoint system. However, whatever time you have accumulated, it does continue to climb. And thankfully, you don't have to worry about lives either. So, it's not like 3 lives and then the game's over. No. That's not how it works for these Quark Vid comics. They work just like they do for the main game of Ratchet Clank of your arsenal. Just gotta take care of those guys first, and there we go. Some of these tokens are pretty well hidden, so that's something we need to keep in mind. Yeah, I didn't think there was anything down there. Oh well, no big deal. And thankfully, whatever tokens you managed to pick up before, they stay in your inventory. So, if you happen to die after picking one up, no big deal, it stays forever. Basically until you finish the level. In which case, then it is converted into bolts, and bada bing bada boom. So even if you happen to collect 90 out of 100 of these things... It's funny how I just said that, and I missed 10 of the frickin' tokens. Dang it. Oh well, we can always play the comic again. 9,000 bolts, not bad. You just found out something really cool. Mikey Kelly, who voiced Michelangelo in the TMNT
His amoeboid army
movie
defeated,
released in
Dr.
2007, was
Nefarious
the
had no
first voice
choice
of
but to
Ratchet.
flee Blackwater City in
Neat.
disgrace.
You've not seen the last of me. I will have my vengeance if it takes 1,000 years!
Dr. Nefarious was right about one thing. He and Quark would meet again, and sooner than he realized. For a true hero like Captain Quark will stop at nothing in the name of justice.
What? I held my breath.
I mean, to be fair, that is something you... I don't know if you should do that while you're traveling through the empty vacuums of space. Yeah, until later when Arnold Taylor took over. Funny enough, Arnold Taylor is not only is he the current voice actor for Ratchet, but he also voiced Titus in Final Fantasy X. And in all forms of media featuring Titus. Or is it Titus? Whatever, that's another discussion for another time. Well, anyway, let's go back through here again and try to find the missing frickin' tokens. So anyway, back to what I was saying though, if you happen to miss any tokens along the way, and you happen to finish the comic, well then, it is more or less saved as a high score. And you will have to go back through and collect whatever tokens you missed all over again. But thankfully, it does all get converted into bolts. So, no biggie. It just means more money. And believe me, we need bolts right now. More than anything. Good job. Can we please grab onto the thing and just continue? That would be great. This thing must be really well hidden, and if I missed 10 of these, actually, now that, never mind. I thought there was a hidden one down there, but no, it was just death. Dang it all. Also, there is a skill point involving, well, not jumping into the pit and falling to the goon, but the skill points, like I've mentioned during the first comic, is beating the comic within a set amount of time. And, yeah, if you want to beat the comics fast, you cannot perish. If you perish, well then you might as well restart. I'm just saying, it really depends on how far along you are and what checkpoint you hit. If you know the exact checkpoint, then maybe perishing to get your health back is not a bad idea. It really depends on the situation. But for the most part, if you happen to die, well then, you might as well restart. Which thankfully can be done via the pause menu. You can also quit the comic early if you want by pushing the start button and selecting quit the comic, or just exit. Whatever tokens you have collected during your run will be converted into bolts. So, even if you quit the comic early and you're satisfied with the amount of tokens that you've collected up to this point, well then, you're fine. You're good to go. Dang it, man. I thought there was a secret down there, but no, not quite. Anything down here? No, just death. Dang it. Like I said, when it comes to finding these hidden tokens and stuff, it is... These things can be nefarious when it comes to just finding out exactly where these things are. It's a pain, to say the least. And there I go, holding crouch when I really should have been holding circle button to fire my damn flamethrower. Maybe the last token, or major red token that I'm missing? Maybe it's like at the very end of the level, and I just plain missed it. Oh, nice. Okay, not that way. Right down here. Okay, 68. This is where I was last time when I was around this point. Also, nice. Yeah, gotta love the funny number. Okay, it's cool, this is fine. Okay, that's not funny. Oh well. Honestly, I probably should have just jumped to my untimely doom just to get my health back. Because I should have known that there was a checkpoint there. Also, hello, Shadow Gamer! Yes, no, I haven't actually tried that yet. That is actually a secret cheat, believe it or not. And it can be done during gameplay. And maybe I'll show that off during the next Quark Vid Comic. Oops. Didn't need to do that. Or I could try it right now, so let's see. Up, up, down, down, left, right, circle, square, square. And there we go! Doing that button combination during any point in any comic will put Captain Quark in a special costume. It's a pink tutu, so now he is a freaking ballerina. Ain't he cute? Dude, he is absolutely adorable. Just saying. Still missing 10 freaking tokens. Like, what the hell? What am I missing here? There's gotta be a secret red token that I am completely blind. Okay, it ain't there. Guess I'm gonna reset and just go back again. Seriously, where the hell is this thing? And if you're wondering how long this cheat code is active for, most likely the red one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Shadow. Considering how many tokens I had at the very end of the level, I'm pretty sure it is a red token. I don't know what else it could be. But anyway, back to what I was saying, though. If you're wondering how long this particular cheat will last, I think it will last as long as you're playing the comic. But upon exiting the comic and you either start up another one or just return to the game, when you start a new comic or even return to the same comic that you exited out of, you will have to enter the cheat code again. So that's something that you need to keep in mind if you want to keep Captain Quark as a pretty little ballerina. Sure, I could probably try to pull up a guide to figure out where this missing token is. But I feel like I can find this myself without too much of an issue. It's just finding the stupid thing. Nice job. Way to take unnecessary damage. I seriously do wonder where the heck I think I just found it. Now I just need to figure out how the hell I'm supposed to get up there. Oh, that's how. What a devious trick, am I right? Oops. Well, at least now the mystery is solved and we can just play through the comic like normal. We still have to collect all the remaining tokens, though, otherwise it will not count. I'm just saying. I also just noticed now that Quark is no longer wearing his ballerina costume. Oh, come on, really? Up, up, down, down, left, right, circle, square, square. There we go. I couldn't remember the exact combination. And here I thought the costume persisted through death. Normally it does. So why did it revert back? Is that a bug? Or is that an intended feature? Well, either way. At least you know what the costume is and what it looks like and how to access it. Is it 100% necessary? No. Does it affect the gameplay? Absolutely not. It just makes Captain Quark look ridiculous. Although he still looks pretty dang good as a little ballerina, you know? Well, there's that at the very least. He is looking absolutely fabulous, you know? The fabulous looking guy deserves nothing less but the best. You know what I mean? Funny how I say that and then he ends up getting slimed. Okay, I figured he would be able to do something like that, which is punch the hidden bricks. Is it useful? Yes. Is it practical? No. That's what we call a contradiction. Isn't it great? Okay, let's keep on trucking up. Good job. Well, that sucked. Oh well. I guess the ballerina costume does not persist through death. That kind of blows. Next, let's have Batman wear a cape with rubber duckies on it. Sounds fun. Wouldn't be surprised if someone actually did that. Who knows? Well, either way, nothing really to worry about. Let's just keep on moving and just keep trucking along and hopefully not perish anymore. Because I've had enough of that. I've had enough trips to the Shadow Realm for one thing. Just saying. And done. Platinum Bolt achieved. Whew. That took a lot longer than necessary, but you know what? That is okay with me. $3,700 bolts. Huh. A lot less than last time, that's for sure. But I guess that's to be expected considering that we just completed the comic again. You can tell that GPT... yeah, true, you could. Or... even better, you could do something like that yourself. I'm just saying, it's more rewarding to try to do it yourself versus having a robot do it for you. You know what I mean? It's just that much more satisfying, in my opinion. Sure, it may not look like the prettiest thing in the world, but the point is, you did it. You managed to make it yourself, and that is its own reward. And also, as you can see, as the game progresses, more and more ship parts will become available. So in other words, we can get some additional cosmetics for our wings as well as our main vehicle. Alright, let's go ahead and equip that. I don't know why my voice cracked like a freaking egg. And how about we rock the low rider? Yeah, we'll rock that particular paint job after buying the rest of them. And we'll get moving on to the next planet. And our next destination is not Annihilation Nation, it is Aquatos. Infiltrate the underwater hideout. Let's do it.